He told me I was too stupid to understand law. So I let his law license expire the day before the biggest presentation of his career. Here's how the stupid assistant destroyed a bully's $3 million career by doing exactly what she was hired to do. My name is Renee Bakery, and this is the story of how the invisible people became impossible to ignore. 4 years ago, I was 32, senior administrative assistant at Whitmore and Associates, a corporate law firm in Chicago specializing in mergers and acquisitions. I wasn't a lawyer, never went to law school, but I ran that office. I managed calendars for 6 partners, processed court filings, maintained client databases. Most critically, I handled licensing renewals for every attorney in the firm. Illinois attorneys need 5 things to practice law: annual ARDC registration, 30 hours of continuing legal education malpractice insurance, $100K/$300K minimum, $500 registration, fee online professionalism course. Miss any piece? Inactive status. Can't practice law. Can't represent clients. Can't bill hours. Career on hold until fixed. Minimum 2 weeks, often longer. Our firm had 47 attorneys. Every single one depended on my team to track these deadlines. Most didn't even know when their renewal dates were. We did. My team, me, Yolanda Chen, executive assistant, and Priya Kapoor, legal secretary. We were the foundation. The attorneys were the building. Most treated us politely. Some treated us well. One treated us like we were less than human. Garrett Thornhill. Garrett was 41, senior partner in M&A, Columbia Law graduate, corner office on the 18th floor. 12 years with the firm. Billed $600 per hour. Brought in $3 million annually. Cruelest person I'd ever worked for. Started small. Snapping fingers instead of saying my name. Dropping files on my desk without a word. Never please or thank you. Then escalated. Wrong lunch order? He'd throw it in the trash in front of me. Do I need to teach you how to listen, Renee? Document with a typo? He'd crumple it, toss it at my desk. Unacceptable. Redo it. Once, I reminded him about a filing deadline during a call. He muted it. Unless you went to law school while I wasn't looking. Don't interrupt me with things you don't understand. The entire floor heard. I needed the job, rent, student loans, a mom in assisted living whose care I helped pay for. So I stayed quiet. We all did. Over 4 years it got worse. Garrett threw a stapler at the wall next to my head when I double-booked a meeting. Left a dent. Didn't apologize. He screamed at Priya for 20 minutes about a filing she'd done exactly as he instructed. She started having stress migraines. Needed anxiety medication. She was 26. He made Yolanda work through her father's funeral. The filing can't wait. She missed saying goodbye because Garrett needed emotion that could have waited. At the firm holiday party, I overheard him tell 3 junior partners, "My assistant is so incompetent, I'm convinced she got her job through affirmative action. Pretty sure she can't even spell litigation." I was 10 feet away. He saw me, made eye contact, smirked. In 2022, I applied for executive assistant, better title, $15,000 raise. I didn't get it. Hugh Brennan, managing partner, told me, "We need someone with more strategic thinking." Later, I found out Garrett had told Hugh, "Renee's fine for basic tasks, but she doesn't have the intellectual capacity for higher-level work." I'd never even worked his cases directly. His opinion killed my promotion. I went home and cried for 2 hours. We reported him to HR twice. HR Director Stacy Walsh. Garrett brings in significant revenue. He can be demanding, but that's high-stakes legal work. Try anticipating his needs better. Third time we tried, Stacy emailed, "We've addressed this. Unless there's physical threats or discrimination, we consider it closed." We stopped reporting. What was the point? March 28th. The final straw. I had spent 2 weeks preparing a filing for Garrett's biggest client, North Point Capital. $87 million acquisition. 8 months of work. Closing presentation, May 15th. 300 pages of documents, formatted to Garrett's exact specifications. At 6 p.m., I brought him the final binder. He flipped through, stopped on page 47. This font is wrong. I'm sorry. This section is Arial. I said Times New Roman for all body text. I showed him my notes. Your email from March 14th says Arial for exhibits. He slammed the binder shut. The sound echoed. Are you arguing with me? No, I'm clarifying. Get out. Redo the entire thing. I need it tomorrow at 8 a.m. Oh, 6:07 p.m. Redoing 300 pages would take 6 hours minimum. Garrett, I was supposed to visit my mom tonight. I don't care what you have. You know how many people would kill for your job? You're replaceable. Get out and fix this. I called my mom's facility. Cancelled. The nurse said gently again, Your mom keeps asking when you're coming. She made you a card. Tell her I'm sorry. I'll come this weekend. You said that last time, honey. I worked until 2:47 a.m. At 2:30 I made a mistake. Formatted a section wrong. Had to redo 20 pages. I put my head down and cried while the fluorescent lights hummed and cleaning crew worked 3 floors below. My hands shook so badly I could barely use the mouse. I kept thinking about my mom's card I'd never see. About the promotion I didn't get because Garrett decided I wasn't smart enough. About 4 years of being screamed at, belittled, dismissed. I drove home at 3:30 a.m. Slept 2 hours. Came back at 7:55 a.m. Placed the perfect binder on Garrett's desk. He glanced at it. Leave it there. No thank you. No acknowledgement I'd worked all night. No apology for making me miss my mom. Nothing. I looked at myself in the bathroom mirror. Lost weight I didn't have to lose. Clothes hanging loose. Dark circles concealer couldn't hide. Hands still tremoring from caffeine and exhaustion. I looked sick. I was sick. That was the day I stopped feeling guilty about what was coming. 2 weeks later, processing quarterly renewals, I noticed something. Garrett Thornhill's Illinois State Bar license expired May 14th. 1 day before his North Point Capital closing on May 15th. The $87 million deal. 8 months of work. The presentation that would make him lead partner on the firm's biggest acquisition. His license expired the day before. I pulled Garrett's file. Went back 4 years. Every year, same email. Renee, don't process my renewals unless I specifically tell you to. I prefer to handle my own licensing. 2020, I'll handle my own bar stuff. Don't touch it. 2021, I don't need you managing my ARDC registration. 2022, stop sending me reminders. I'm capable of handling it myself. 2023, don't process my bar renewal without my explicit authorization. Very, very clear. He wanted to handle it himself. So I'd send reminders, standard procedure, but wouldn't process anything unless he asked. This year, he hadn't asked. I called Yolanda and Priya into the supply closet, showed them my phone. Garrett's license expires May 14th. North Point closing is May 15th. If his license isn't active, he can't legally represent the client. Priya's eyes widened. That would. He'd be removed from the presentation. Another partner steps in. Garrett loses credit for 8 months. What are you saying? We follow standard procedure. Send him renewal reminders at 90, 60, 30, and 7 days. Document everything. If he ignores them, like he ignores everything from us, his license expires. We'd be doing our jobs exactly right, Priya said slowly. Exactly. We can't force him to renew. We just provide reminders. Silence. What if we get caught? Priya whispered. Caught doing what? Our jobs? We send reminders. If he ignores them, that's on him. But we know he ignores emails. We're counting on it. So we should track him down. Force him? That's not our job. We send reminders. Period. What he does is his choice. I'm scared, Priya admitted. Me too. But I'm more tired than scared. Yolanda nodded. I'm in. Priya took a breath. Me too. Oh. February 14th, 90 days out. Subject, action required. IL State Bar License Renewal due May 14th. Garrett, your Illinois State Bar license expires May 14th, 2024. Please complete by May 1st. ARDC renewal application. 30 CLE credits, 6 hours professional responsibility. Malpractice insurance, $100K / $300K minimum. $500 registration fee. Online professionalism course. Per your standing instruction, I will not process without your explicit authorization. Please confirm receipt. Renee Bakery. Sent, 9:03 a.m. Read, 9:14 a.m. No response. Screenshot. Save to 3 drives. Document. 2/14 to 90 day. Reminder sent. Read, 9:14 a.m. No response. March 15th, 60 days out. Subject. Reminder. IL State Bar License Renewal due May 14th, 60 days. Garrett following up. Your license expires in 60 days. Renewal must be completed by May 1st to avoid delays. Please advise if you've initiated renewal or need assistance. Sent. 10:22 a.m. Read. 3:47 p.m. No response. Screenshot. Document. Save. April 14th, 30 days out. This was the one I was nervous about. 30 days is when attorneys pay attention. Subject. Urgent. IL State Bar License Renewal due May 14th, 30 days. Garrett, your license expires in 30 days. Third reminder. Please confirm you've initiated renewal or let me know if you need me to process. Important. Your North Point Capital closing is May 15th. Active licensure required for client representation. Please respond by end of day Friday. Sent, 9:15 a.m. Read, 11:23 a.m. No response. Screenshot. Document. BCC my personal email. April 16th. I heard Garrett in the hallway talking to Jasmine, a junior assistant. I need you to handle some admin stuff for me. My heart stopped. Was he asking her to renew his license? Call Rosewood, make a reservation for Thursday. 7 p.m., table for 4. Lunch reservation, not license. I exhaled, but my hands were shaking. April 30th, Yolanda pulled me into the bathroom. Renee, I can't do this. We should just renew it. What if what? What if he finds out we followed procedure? What if it ruins his career? Oh, I looked at her. Yolanda, he made you miss your father's funeral. Her eyes filled with tears. He screamed at Priya until she needed medication. He sabotaged my promotion. He's thrown things at us. He's told people I'm too stupid to do my job. For 4 years. I know, but what? We feel sorry for him. He did this to himself. We sent reminders. If he cared, he'd be fine. I'm scared. Me too. But we've come this far. 1 more week. She nodded. Okay. May 7th, 7 days out. Subject. Final notice. IL State Bar license expires May 14th, 7 days. Garrett. Final reminder. Your license expires in 7 days. If not renewed by May 14th, you will be unable to practice law or represent clients until reinstated. This will directly impact your North Point Capital closing on May 15th. Fourth reminder. Please confirm status immediately or authorize me to process. Sent. 8:47 a.m. Read. 4:02 p.m. No response. I printed all 4 emails with red receipts. Filed them in. Thornhill Bar License Renewal Documentation, 2024, and waited. May 10th. Hugh Brennan stopped at my desk. Quick question. Garrett's license is current, right? Big closing coming up. Oh, this was it. I could warn him. I could fix this. Instead, I've sent Garrett for renewal reminders starting February. Per his standing instruction, he handles his own licensing, and I don't process without authorization. He hasn't asked me to process it. Hugh nodded. Okay, good. He walked away. May 14th, expiration day, 8:30 a.m. Logged into Illinois ARDC database. Searched, Garrett Thornhill. Status: inactive, registration expired. Screenshot: saved to 3 drives. May 15th, closing day, 7:52 a.m. Before I arrived, Garrett left a voicemail. Call me immediately. Something's wrong with my ARDC profile. I deleted it. 8:03 a.m. Garrett stormed out. Face red. Tie loosened. Hair disheveled. Renee. Yes. Why is ARDC showing my license as inactive? Because it expired yesterday. He stared. What? Your Illinois State Bar license expired May 14th at midnight. You're currently unable to practice law in Illinois. I never got. I turned my monitor, showed him the email thread. February 14th, March 15th, April 14th, May 7th. For reminders, all marked as read with timestamps. You opened every single one. His face went from red to white. The North Point closing is in 3 hours. I know. I mentioned that in my April and May reminders. Why didn't you process it? Oh, because for 4 years, you've explicitly instructed me not to process renewals without authorization. You said you handle your own licensing. I sent reminders, standard procedure. You didn't respond. I assumed you were handling it like you said. You should have followed up. I sent 4 reminders over 3 months. That's our standard procedure. I documented every one. I can't force you to maintain your license. That's your responsibility. His hands shook. How fast can we fix this? Emergency reinstatement takes 7 to 10 business days, sometimes longer. I don't have 7 to 10 days. I have 3 hours. Then you need to speak with Hugh about having another licensed attorney represent North Point. Oh, he looked at me like he was seeing me for the first time. You did this on purpose. I did my job exactly as I'm supposed to. I sent reminders. You ignored them. I can't renew your license without authorization. You made that clear. If you'd like, I can forward all 4 emails to Hugh right now so he understands why North Point needs substitute counsel. Garrett couldn't say anything, because I'd done everything right. He turned and walked to Hugh's office. 8:47 a.m. Garrett in Hugh's office. Door closed. I could see through glass. Garrett gesturing wildly. Hugh's expression. Confused, shocked, angry. 9:15, Hugh's assistant called. Hugh wants to see you. I grabbed my folder. Garrett was pale. Tie completely loosened. Hugh looked exhausted. Renee, Garrett says you didn't remind him about his renewal. I placed the folder on Hugh's desk, opened it. 4 reminders, all documented with read receipts. Laid them out one by one. February 14th, sent 9:03 a.m., read 9:14 a.m. March 15th, sent 10:22 a.m., read 3:47 p.m. April 14th, sent 9:15 a.m., read 11:23 a.m. This one mentioned the North Point closing. May 7th, sent 8:47 a.m., read 4:02 p.m., marked final notice. Hugh read silently. Why didn't you process it? Garrett has given explicit instructions every year not to process renewals without direct authorization. I pulled out more printouts. 2020 through 2023, every year. So I sent reminders, standard procedure. but can't submit ARDC applications without explicit instruction and payment authorization. Hugh looked at Garrett. Is this true? Garrett's jaw tightened. I didn't mean. You told her not to process without authorization. She sent 4 reminders. You didn't respond, so she didn't process it. That's following your instructions. She should have followed up in person. I manage renewals for 47 attorneys, I said. I can't track each one down. Our procedure is email reminders at 90, 60, 30, and 7 days. Attorneys are responsible for responding. That's firm policy. Hugh closed his eyes. The closing is in 90 minutes. I know. I mentioned that in 2 reminders. We're bringing in Calvin Reed to substitute. Garrett's losing lead credit on an $87 million deal. I understand that's unfortunate, but I can't maintain licenses for people who don't respond to notices. I did my job. Garrett didn't do his. Hugh studied me. You don't seem upset. I'm not. I followed procedure. If Garrett had responded to even 1 reminder over 3 months, we wouldn't be here. He chose not to respond. That's on him. You can go. But at 10:37 a.m., my phone rang. External number. This is Renee? Hi, this is Monica Thornhill, Garrett's wife. He texted about his license expiring. I'm trying to help but don't understand the ARDC website. Can you walk me through emergency renewal? I could help. Walk her through it. Emergency same day reinstatement with expedite fees. The closing might be saved. My plan could unravel. Then I heard Garrett in the background. Did you get through? What did she say? Monica. Hold on, she's helping. Tell her it's urgent. Tell her I need it now. Not please. Not thank you. Just demands. Even now. Even in crisis. Monica. I'm not authorized to provide emergency reinstatement instructions. That's a legal process requiring direct communication between attorney and ARDC. Garrett should call the ARDC emergency hotline. Numbers on their website. Oh, do you know what he needs? Garrett's voice. For God's sake, just tell her to figure it out. I have a meeting. I really can't provide legal process guidance. Garrett needs to contact ARDC directly. I hung up, hands shaking. Yolanda. Who was that? His wife. Trying to fix it. What did you tell her? To call ARDC. Did you give instructions? No. Renee. He was yelling at her, demanding, not asking, even now, even when I could save him. I looked at Yolanda. I'm done saving him. 11 a.m. Calvin Reed presented. Sloppy. He hadn't lived with the deal 8 months. But it closed. Garrett stood in back, watching Calvin take credit for his work. At one point, Garrett looked at me through the glass. I looked back, didn't smile, didn't gloat, just looked, then went back to work. That afternoon, Hugh called another meeting. Garrett, me, Yolanda, Priya, Stacy from HR, Hugh. We've reviewed the situation, Hugh said. Garrett, your license lapse was your failure to respond to documented reminders. That's your responsibility. Garrett started to speak. Hugh held up a hand. However, this raised questions about our procedures. We conducted a broader review, interviewed administrative staff about experiences with various attorneys. What we found was troubling. He opened a folder. Renee, Yolanda, and Priya all filed HR complaints about you. Those complaints documented verbal abuse, thrown objects, hostile behavior, all dismissed as personality conflicts. Stacy shifted uncomfortably. 3 former assistants quit specifically because of you. 1 filed a hostile workplace complaint settled quietly with NDA. This week's review brought 4 current staff forward with similar stories. Hugh looked at Garrett. This isn't about a missed renewal. This is about a pattern of toxic behavior while leadership looked away because you billed well. Garrett's face reddened. This is because of one error. This is because you've spent years abusing people you considered beneath you. The license was the catalyst that forced us to look at behavior we should have addressed years ago. Hugh slid a document across. Effective immediately. 90-day performance improvement plan. Mandatory management training. Monthly HR check-ins. Zero tolerance. Any additional complaints result in immediate termination. Garrett stared. You're doing this because I missed a deadline. We're doing this because you threw a stapler at Renee's head. Because you made Yolanda miss her father's funeral. Because you've created a workplace where people are afraid of you. Hugh turned to us. I apologize. Your complaints should have been taken seriously the first time. We failed you. That changes now. Garrett completed his PIP. Training. Check-ins. Kept his head down. But the damage was done. Calvin Reed became relationship partner for North Point. Client specifically requested him. Other Garrett clients requested different counsel. Word spread he was difficult. Billable hours dropped 40%. October, 6 months later, Garrett decided to pursue other opportunities. Translation, forced out. Last I heard, he's doing contract work in Indianapolis. No corner office. No assistant. No empire. Oh, that was 2 years ago. Today I'm 34, still at Whitmore and Associates. Hugh promoted me to Director of Administrative Operations. I oversee all administrative staff. $45,000 raise. Actual authority. Yolanda became executive assistant to the new managing partner. Priya moved to paralegal and started law school part-time. Graduates next year. We implemented new policies. Mandatory respect, training anonymous, complaint system zero tolerance for abusive behavior administrative staff empowerment protocols. 3 partners disciplined in 2 years. 1 terminated. Culture is changing. Not perfect. Better. I still manage license renewals. Still send 4 reminders at 90, 60, 30, and 7 days. But now, when attorneys ignore them, they know what happens. Everyone remembers the day Garrett Thornhill's career imploded because he thought assistance didn't matter. 6 months ago, I spoke at the National Legal Management Association conference in Boston. Topic: Building effective administrative systems for law firm success. I presented the license tracking system I developed. Automated reminders, documented workflows, clear accountability. 15 firms adopted it. 400 people in the room. Halfway through I saw him. Back row. Behind a column. Garrett Thornhill. Taking notes. Our eyes met. He looked older. Tired. Expensive suit gone. Arrogance gone. I didn't smile. Didn't acknowledge him. Continued presenting. Effective administrative systems prevent career-ending mistakes. When attorneys understand administrative professionals are partners, not servants, everyone succeeds. I showed a case study. Didn't name Garrett, but details were obvious. In 2024, a senior partner lost lead credit on an $87 million deal because his license expired mid-transaction. He'd received 4 documented reminders. Ignored all. When asked why the assistant didn't just handle it, investigation revealed he'd specifically instructed her not to process renewals without authorization, then never gave authorization. Uncomfortable laughter. The lesson? Administrative professionals aren't mind readers. We're not servants. We're trained professionals with protocols. When attorneys respect those protocols, firms run smoothly. When they don't. Next slide. Photo of INACTIVE ERDC license status. Consequences follow. Standing ovation. As I walked off stage, I looked back. Garrett's seat was empty. He'd left. Oh, here's what I learned. The people you ignore often hold your entire world together. Assistants, secretaries, support staff. We know your passwords, your deadlines, your license, renewal dates. We keep your career running while you take credit. And when you treat us like we're disposable, like we're stupid, like we don't matter, we remember, we document, and we follow procedure exactly as we're supposed to. I didn't sabotage Garrett. I sent 4 reminders over 3 months, documented everyone with read receipts, followed protocols to the letter. He ignored me, like he'd ignored me for 4 years. Oh, and when his license expired the day before his biggest presentation, I didn't feel guilty. I felt vindicated, because for the first time in 4 years, Garrett faced consequences of treating people like they didn't exist. The invisible people became impossible to ignore. The bully learned we weren't furniture. We were the foundation. And when you crack the foundation, the building comes down. So if your support staff, who's been treated like you don't matter, document everything. Follow every procedure exactly. Send your reminders. Keep your receipts. And when the person who's been dismissing you for years suddenly needs you desperately, smile. Show them the documentation. And remind them you've been doing your job all along. They just weren't paying attention. Some victories aren't loud. They're 4 emails marked as read, a license that expires at midnight, and a bully realizing, too late, that he should have learned people's names, should have said please and thank you, should have understood that the people at the bottom aren't just holding the ladder. They're deciding whether to keep holding it. My name is Renee Bakery. The office bully ignored the assistants for years. We let his all-important license expire mid-project. Not because we were careless, because we were professionals, and professionals follow procedure.